Many of you suggested that I should create my own links and share the topics with you. So the first topic that I'm going to teach this way is switch case. Okay, I've already shared few of video links regarding this topic. So you can go through those links also. They are quite useful. And you can go through the video which I'm going to share with you. Now, switch case is like this. This is the syntax of switch case. We write switch and within brackets we specify an integer expression. Integer expression means that it is bound to have one integer value only. Okay, and whatever integer value is written within this integer expression, that particular case will get executed. Suppose I enter switch 1, then case constant 1 and the statements under it would get executed. Had I written switch 3, then in that case constant 1, case constant 2 would have got ignored, and only case constant 3 and the subsequent statements within that case constant 3 would have got executed. Now suppose I had written switch 7. You can see that none of the cases they match with 7. Like it is case 1, case 2, case 3. There is no case as 7. So under that case, the default whatever set of statements are within the default would get executed. So now what is a switch? A switch case statement, it allows you to make decisions from multiple choices. Like in the previous example, as I showed you, there were multiple cases. Only one of the case would have got executed. So switch case, it gives you a way of writing multiple options and choosing one of the option as per the user's need. Now, integer expression must yield an integer value like 1, 2, 3, etc. Okay. So, as I told you earlier, an integer expression should hold only an integer value. We cannot have a floating point value in place of integer expression. Each constant in each case must be different from all the others. Like I said in the previous case, it was case 2, case 3, you can see. So every case has to be different. And each constant in each case must be different from all others. The do this lines in the above form of switch represent any valid C statement. So do this option represents that you can execute a particular set of statements, and those particular set of statements would be dependent on the problem that we are going to solve. Now let us take one example here. You can see that we have a void main program where a switch case has been used. I is an integer variable which has been assigned a value 2. Okay. Now since I has been assigned a value 2, the 2 value is been given to the switch expression. Switch, this is the syntax for that, and within brackets we have written 2. Now since we have written 2 here, case 1 would not get executed, case 2 would get executed, and the output would be I am in case 2. But if you look at the right side where we are getting the output, where we are getting the final result, where we are getting I am in case 2, I am in case 3, I am in default. So everything that was there after the case 2, all the statements which were part of all the cases from case 2 onwards have been executed and have been there in the statement. But we wanted only I am in case 2 to get printed. So one very important thing that we have to remember when we are using switch case is to use a break statement at the end of each case, like it has been done in this case. So break is used with the switch statement to terminate the switch statement or to prevent the entry in any other case. So the above code has been modified where you can see that at the end of every case, a break has been added. Like print I am in case 1 break, case 2 print I am in case 2 break. So you can see that initially when I was 2 value was passed to switch, and here I am in case 2 was printed because because there was a break statement at the end of case 2. So writing a break at the end of every case statement is a must. Now you would be saying that after default, a break statement has not been used. Why so? Because the default statement is the last statement of the full code. So even if we write or if we do not write, it is not going to make any difference. Now this is another example where we have used the switch case. A variable of the name role has been taken and has been assigned a value 3. Now switch role case 1. Because role has been assigned value 3, case 1 would not get executed, case 2 would not get executed, and only case 3, printing I am in John, would get printed because there is a break statement in the end, and no student found would not get printed. Now suppose in this particular case, had I written int roll equal to 6, then in that case, none of the cases would have got executed, only the default. Default means that we have not found any of the matches with the existing cases, and whatever is there in the default would get printed, like no student found. Now there are certain things we have to keep track of when we are using switch. The tips and the traps. It is not compulsory to put cases in ascending order as we did above. Like you saw in the previous examples that I had taken, I had written case 1, case 2, case 3. So it is not mandatory when you are using the switch case to write those cases in sequential order. You can, like done in the given example, you can straight away write case 3, case 11, case 2. So any order of those integer values you can keep. Okay. You are also allowed to use character values in case and switch as shown in the following program. So let us take one example and see. Now you can see here that I have taken one character. I have defined character ch and I have entered ask the user to enter one character. Okay. So whatever character value has been assigned to ch, on the basis of that, a particular case would be executed. But there's one difference when we are handling integers and when we are handling characters. Like you can see here that I have written within single quotes each of the characters. But this was not done when I was handling integers. So case A, character entered is vowel, case E, colon, character entered is vowel, like this we have to write. So a very important thing to remember when we are dealing with characters in switch case is that each character has to be written within single quotes. Okay, and then we can use characters also in the with switch case. So you can see that all the how we can use switch case for uh, character variables. Now in this particular example, if you see, what you see is that switch ch variable and nothing has been added to the cases, case A, E, I, O, U, like it was being done in the previous case. For every case, we had written character entered is vowel, character entered is vowel. Whereas in this example, we have not written character entered is vowel with case A, E, I, O, except for the last case. Why so? Because whatever statement is true, whichever statement is true, we have not added a break also. So even if this case is true or this case is true or this statement is bound to get executed because with none of the cases we have used break. So any of the value, if we find ch to have any of these values, we are bound to get character entered is vowel, else we will get that the character entered is not vowel. If a statement doesn't belong to any case, the compiler won't report an error. However, the statement would never get executed. Like in this case, you can see case 1, printf welcome to the switch. Now this statement is not part of any of the cases. neither part of case 1, case 2 or default. So this is not an error, it will not be shown, and this statement would never be executed. Okay. The next is, if there is no default in switch, then error will not be there. If no cases matching, statement after switch will execute. So as I said that default is used when we do not find the switch value to match with any of the cases. But if you do not write the default case, in that case, if there is no match, even then it will not show error and any of the cases would not get executed. Okay. Relational expressions like I greater than 5 are not allowed in any case. Even floating point values not allowed in any case. So we have to be very clear that we can have an integer value in the switch case. We can have a character value in the switch case, but floating values is not possible in the switch case. Okay. Even writing the relational expressions like I greater than 5, we cannot write in the switch case. We can check the value of any expression in a switch. That is very much legal and we can do. For example, if I write switch I minus j into k, this is not an error. This is correct and would get executed. How? Because here first j into k would be multiplied and whatever the result comes would be subtracted from I. And whatever integer value we get would be searched in the case of cases. Likewise, in the second expression also, 3 plus 9 mod 4 into I. Here also, the expression would be first evaluated, like 9 mod 4 would be done first. 4 into I would be done first. Whatever value we get here would be an operation of 9 mod, that value would be done, and that particular value would be added to 3. Similarly, switch A less than 5 or B greater than 7 is also a correct statement, because if A has been assigned a value 7 and B has been assigned a value 9, the 7 less than 5 is false, so 0, false is represented by 0. And if B has value 9 and 9 is greater than 7, it means true, true means 1. So in that particular case, 0 or 1. So 0 or 1 means true, 1 means true. So switch case would execute in this case also. Okay. So expressions can also be used in cases provided they are constant expressions. Thus case 13 plus 7 is correct. However, case A plus B is incorrect. Expressions can be used in cases provided they are constant expressions. Switch may occur within another, but in practice it is rarely done. So you avoid, for your level, it is not required the nesting of switches. You simply stick to the normal procedure that I have explained in this topic. It is very useful while writing menu driven programs. For example, if you have to do multiple things, then like you are providing two numbers to the user like A and B. Now you want that user should choose whether he wants to add the numbers, subtract the numbers, multiply the numbers, divide the numbers. So you can have this menu driven program using a switch case. Whichever option user specifies, on the basis of that, a particular case would get executed. Okay. Even if there are multiple statements to be executed, in each case there is no need to enclose them within the pair of braces. Now many a times we find that people compare switch with if else ladder, that it is very much similar to if else. Why don't we use if else? So let us see first of all what are the disadvantages of switch over if else. A float expression cannot be tested using the switch. That is very much there. As I said, that switch is used only with integers or character in the expression, whereas you can use a float expression when you are using the if case ladder, if else ladder. Cases can never have variable expressions. For example, it is wrong to say case A plus 3. That is wrong. It can be either case A within single quotes or it can be case 3. But we cannot have an expression like this. Then multiple cases cannot use same expressions. Okay, multiple cases, they cannot use the same expressions. Thus, the following switch is illegal. Case 2 or case 1 plus 1, that is not